Hello. I hope you had a nice week and had time to update yourself and grow. We are here in this wonderful summer forest, and we are going to talk today about why most of what we know might be wrong. If you take the Humanity's Real History that was published in 2014, there you realize that when Atlantis sank, not everybody died. Lots of people invaded the other lands, and that meant that we were imposed a culture because their culture was and is always being much more violent than ours and completely at odds with the planet. The Atlanteans do not like Earth. They would rather be elsewhere, and they are very technological people that think that everything can be dominated and in pieces, and somehow for a miracle something will happen that will give them the power of instantaneous manifestation. But they have failed so far, but that's not the point. The point is that the histories that we have been given, the superstitions that we have been given, the beliefs that we have been given are not natural to the planet. We are, or we have the potential, because we are part she, to become magicians like Merlin, like Gandalf, because all she are magicians. They can just things down from thin air and create beautiful things. The difference between them and us is that because of the ways we are leading our lives, we are much denser. Thus, creating things is much harder, because the denser you are, the more difficult you have to understand nature and to work with nature. And also there is the predatory side that we need so much to live, because we are high consumption beings, that we are also at odds with that situation. I'm not saying anybody should starve themselves. Please don't do. This is about clever eating, not about starving yourself. So never starve yourself. But we are not going to talk about food today. We are talking about the misconceptions that we have, that it's the survival of the fittest. Well, the fittest becomes more unfitter and fitter, and is still surviving. So that doesn't make sense. Big animals don't kill other animals for the sake of it. And there is also a lot of animals that are not from Earth, that were created or by genetically modification, or were kind of made in labs, but and then they mix with other ones, and we have things that are quite aggressive and shouldn't be here. But well, the bottom line is Earth has the potential to be a paradise in which no one needs to work. You just can spend your life inventing things, using your imagination to create new plants and more beautiful things, and working with nature and singing with nature. Is what everybody has in their minds as the Garden of Eden. That was really real, but then in the book is explained what happened, so I am not going to go into that. But we have the potential to do it, and the first step we have to do is to see Mother Earth as equal and stop fighting with her, and go more to nature, because nature will guide us. Certainly it's guided me enormously. My life has changed so much. I need to pinch myself and to realize that I'm still the same person, and I'm still here, which I will rather not. But Earth has an amazing potential. I would rather be in the land of the she, of course, but that's another thing. The she did come to England and to Ireland and all that. They came from the north. They came from the Faroe Islands, which in that time, before the time in which Atlantis sank, it was a huge island, and they were very evolved beings, and they became warriors eventually because they had to defend themselves, but initially they weren't. They were poets and creators. And we have that kind of blood in us. We have the blood of the she. The more of the blood of the she you have, the more possibilities you have to turn your life around, because the more connected you are instinctively. You see? Well, I hope this somehow is clear to you. But think about things, and don't take what you are being told without thinking about things, not even what I tell you. See how you feel about things. And we are not supposed to be violent and horrible to each other. We are supposed to live in harmony between ourselves and with the planet. And we can do that. It's not that difficult. I am already doing a lot of that. And I thought it was going to be much more difficult, but it isn't. So that's it for now. Take care.